Alright, let's see what they got. Get your food, get your drinks, get ready, because this is going to be some serious cool stuff, hopefully. They gotta end this on a bang, man, come on. Give us something good. Come on. I got my fingers crossed here, people. Come on. Whoa, fuck. And my drink just exploded on myself in excitement. Yay! Dongo! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go, chat!
Happy hunting!
Hey everyone, I'm Yozo Tsujimoto, producer on the Monster Hunter series.
I'm Yoshitake Suzuki, the director on MonsterHunterRiseSunbreak.
It's almost been 1 year since the release of Sunbreak on June 30th, 2022. A lot of players have decided to continue their adventures from Rise, and we are very thankful for that.
Sunbreak has been getting several free updates since its release, but today is going to be the last digital event.
So without further ado, let's have a look at the latest trailer.
Enjoy!
Here we go!
Hold it. Something's off. It's time to end this!
Please not a Rathathlone.
Still in control of itself. But this time, our true adversary.
Please tell me that's not all of it. It's just... That's it? That's it! Just one monster and that's it! Every time I get disappointed.
Bonus Update version 16, available on June 8th, 2023, will add the final monster, Primordial Malzeno.
It's just a prestige edition.
Originally, Amatsu, which was added in Title Update 5, was supposed to be the final monster.
Yes, but we decided to do a bonus update to introduce Primordial Malzeno, improve armor augmentation with new slots, and add several new decorations into the mix. For the currently available Title Update 5, the story centers around the villagers of Kamura taking on an Amatsu. But in this bonus update, you'll get to witness the conclusion to the age-old relation between Malzeno and the kingdom. You can take on Primordial Malzeno from MR10 or higher. We hope you look forward to seeing its new moves and ecology. You'll be able to forge some cool weapons and armor using its materials as well, so don't miss out.
After the bonus update, there will be new event quests until July 27th, 2023.
These event quests will be very tough and provide a solid challenge. You can earn a variety of rewards, such as layered armor, so we hope you try to complete as many as you can.
As far as paid DLC goes, as of version 15, the total lineup is complete. But version 16 will introduce DLC packs with a variety of themes for an affordable price. We hope you take this opportunity to try some of it out. Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak are also available on Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, Windows, PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 4. All of the content of version 14, 15, and 16, including Primordial Malzeno, will release as a single title update as shown on screen, so keep an eye out for more info.
Okay, that was basically it.
We are now joined by Yasunori Ichinose, the director of Monster Hunter Rise, for a nice three-way conversation.
For what now?
Mr. Ichinose, everyone.
I was gonna do my own introduction, but good to see you, everyone. I'm Yasunori Ichinose, director on Monster Hunter Rise.
I think this is going to be the last digital event for Rise and Sunbreak, so there's a lot I'd like to talk about. And I hope everyone watching will enjoy our talk as well. Nowadays, it's easy for us to see reactions from players and the community in real time on social media and such. Has there been anything that caught your eye?
When we did Rise and showed off canines for the first time, we got a lot of reactions saying how cute they were.
Damn right they were cute. Still are.
And since the monsters are based on yokai, some people wondered, what's this monster based on? And if they're going to bring back this monster, what yokai is it going to be based on? And so on. And I was surprised at how many people guessed it right. It was a lot of fun to watch.
So is the
What about
Shiba
you, Mr.
based on
Suzuki?
Hachigo?
For Sunbreak, I decided to bring back a monster from Monster Hunter Frontier, Espines, as I'm sure you're aware.
Gonna do a whole video on that later
When
on.
we announced this, we got so much fan feedback that the term even started trending for a while.
Nobody saw that one coming.
We
And it was
pretty
never
much
seen or
had
heard
to
from again.
recreate him from scratch. And the staff was very particular about getting him right, which was great.
You didn't get him right because you
For
didn't do
Sunbreak,
anything else
you
with
even took to
Frontier.
social media yourself.
Should've just left
comment
him
on
out.
some things directly.
Instead of getting our
What was
hopes
that
up.
like? Did you have any plans?
Well, I can't disclose any specifics about the main features in advance, of course. But I still wanted to reveal some things before each update to get the fans excited about new upcoming features. I wanted them to imagine what kinds of things we were cooking up. So occasionally I'd let some pretty big hints slip through. Of course, you have to be very careful. Like, how much can I say? Can I get away with this without getting yelled at? There were times when I was treading on thin ice, but I mainly focused on info tying into the next update, while mixing in a variety of trivia. We also released some illustrations hinting at new monsters on Twitter and stuff.
The ones you drew, right?
No, that wasn't me. They were made by one of the designers for a color sample sheet. So I asked if I could have them, and I just put them up like that. I figured I'd be safe as long as I didn't say, this monster will be in the game.
You could just say this is for
It was
Animal
more to show
Crossing and
off
get away with
what
it.
kind of ideas we had.
There were a lot of people comparing their speculations to the actual announcements.
And then there's the hunting guide. Mr. Ichinose actually provided a lot of backup in coming up with ideas for the content. So it wasn't just me doing it alone. But Mr. Ichinose and the promotional team helped out a lot, too.
You actually did a lot behind the scenes for Sunbreak on social media.
That's right.
For some reason, my schedule just said recordings. Nobody ever told me anything about what we were doing.
Yeah, we wanted you to show up in some of our clips. So when we were making Sunbreak, I approached Mr. Suzuki with some ideas of my own. Like, hey, it would be great if you could add this character to Elgato. And there were some ridiculous requests in there. I was surprised at how many ideas he actually ended up using.
Initially, we were just going to place them around the canteen. But before we knew it, they were at the quest counter and the research lab. There were paintings all over the place. And they do change as you progress in the story.
Ah, great.
So
now you got to play
if
the
you
game
played
all
the
over
game
again
and haven't noticed yet,
and then
you
re-notice
should
them all.
try playing again and paying attention to the details.
From the beginning?
Yep, from scratch.
I see.
There's a lot of variety. It's really cool.
Both Rise and Sunbreak have very colorful NPCs.
ProSF Gaming,
Do you have any
you know what to do.
particular favorites among the cast?
I think I'd like to hear from Ryozo before we answer.
Yes, me too.
All right, I'll go first. I would pick Bahari from Sunbreak. He's pretty involved in the story, and I like how he looks like a brilliant scientist, but he's actually kind of goofy. And he's in a lot of cutscenes as well.
That's right. He's actually one of the more prominent characters in cutscenes. Yes.
What about you two?
I really like Tadori. You know who that
I
is,
always
right?
thought Bahari
These
looks more
creatures
like
consume
looked
life.
kind of.
Of course I know him.
These creatures consume life.
Why
What's
did you
his
say
name?
that twice?
Bad dude
These
from the first Black
creatures.
Panther movie. That actor. Like I see Bahari, and that's what I see every
I
time.
really love that cutscene. I watched it so many times.
It's a cutscene that seems so significant, right?
Didn't we use this for a trailer?
We did.
That's correct.
It was an easy-to-use line.
I really like Master Utsushi. The fact that he's a really prolific and experienced hunter, but he never brags about his own strength. He treats everyone completely equally, and you can tell he really loves and cares for his favorite pupils.
We even received Valentine's chocolate for him.
That's right. Quite a lot even. I was surprised.
A lot of fans sent in Valentine's chocolate for Master Utsushi. So I immediately asked one of the designers to make a thank you illustration. So every time, she would draw something super fast a couple of days in advance, and every time we would put it up on social media.
Draw it
That's
super
right.
fast.
Moving
What,
on,
like
considering
day?
that you've been working on these
Meanwhile,
games for
one
so long,
thumbnail takes me a
there
week.
must have been a lot of ideas that ended up not making it in. Ones you can talk about?
I'm not sure I can talk about any of them.
No? Then anything you can just share a little bit of?
So, Elgato Outpost has a leader called Admiral Gallius. And initially, he was going to be a silent character. Wouldn't say a single word.
Kind of
But
bad
he's
to give
central
orders
the
from,
plot
huh?
development, right? So he'd be standing right in the middle of the council meeting area, while Fiorane would be doing all the talking next to him. So, for instance, she'd say, "We have to hunt this monster next." And she'd explain how to fight it, and then go, "Right, Admiral?" And he'd just nod with a grunt. And she'd go, "Understood, Admiral. Now, let us sally forth, fierce flame." And this would keep happening, so it turned into kind of a skit, with Fiorane just looking for the right answers from someone who doesn't talk. Which doesn't make for a compelling conversation, so we axed it. I guess I went a little too far there.
Oh, come on. South Park
There's
had
this
Kenny
guy
talking
inside
through his
Bahari's research lab.
through his
right?
muffled coat for years, and they got
During
away with it.
development, you could talk to him from atop the roof, and it would show his name.
What?
So I was like, he has a name? Of course he was removed later, but I was impressed at how detailed it was.
No, you're talking to the house.
That he even had a name.
Yeah, it should be gone now though.
Oh, come on,
He's
put
a
it back for
very thorough
April
bug
Fools.
checker.
You can talk to him from up there?
Hey, Suzuki, why can I talk to this guy?
Today's show is a special occasion to bring you new information about the bonus update, which is why we invited Mr. Ichinose and Mr. Suzuki over. And I'm glad we were able to share all of this with you. To close things off, both directors have a final comment for all of you.
Since Rise was released, we've been getting lots of fan feedback on social media and various other places. And we are very thankful for that. All of us here on the dev team will keep doing our best to deliver quality content to you.
That
So we
aren't
hope you
Lance
keep enjoying
nerfs.
the game for a long time to come. Thank you very much.
I was handed the baton from Rise and got to work on Sunbreak, and I've been overwhelmed by all of the positive comments, which have given the dev team the motivation to keep working hard to bring you new content like all of the updates. I'd like to once again express the team's appreciation to all of you. Thank you.
That about wraps things up for this event. It's been a little over 2 years since Monster Hunter Rise was released, and about 1 year since the release of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. We are all very thankful for the huge number of people who played these games. So from all of us here on the development team, thank you very much. Next year will be the 20th anniversary of the Monster Hunter series. We're going to keep doing our best to bring you new and exciting games, so we hope you'll continue to support us in the future as well. I'd like to close things off with our usual chant. Happy hunting!
Let's go!
Fierce flames? Really?
Here comes the pain!
I'm gonna have to make a video or two, one playing Monster Hunter, one dealing with something that I really want to do. Gonna have to get some friends over for that. And then... Really? Raytheon was the third most hunted? Nargi, of course, gotta have him. Number 1, Magnum Mall, yep, of course. Gotta have the poster child. Yep. 62 million hunts. Palamutes. Yes, the good boys. Total. How many calories is that? Jesus. Haha, I contributed to that. I always had my Palamute, never took the cat when in a group.
Have a taste of this!
Damn! How many years is that? Eh. Oh look, a new Malzeno. Really? You got first. Haha. Ooh.
You're gonna be sorry for that.
1.4 billion.
This is for my fellow hunter. This is gonna hurt. Here it comes.
Yeah, I never used the switch skill. Just never did. What's your favorite? Ooh. Great sword, 6.8. Yep. Long sword. Weeb game with a weeb sword. Oof. Ha! Dual blades OP, baby! I never use that. I never use that binding technique.
Goodbye. It's over for you.
What the heck happened was that? Charge Blade was actually the first weapon I learned and mained.
Say goodbye.
Though I've never used a bow or bowgun in my life. Or lance, or gun lance, because I was just not good with those. Oh, who's number one?
This is what being a royal knight is all about.
Really? She's not? I hate her so much.
Let's give it all we got.
Uh-huh.
That's Gamora's hero for you.
One of the OG waifus. Probably more than that.
Another job well done.
Ooh, man. Everybody's snapshots. How many likes? Can we break 3? 4? 5?
My thanks.
Happy hunting.
How many? You didn't give a straight number. Come on. I want to see if it went to 6. It went to 5, but come on. Well, this is a really good game franchise for when you want to get together with your friends and go kick some ass. It really is. But if that's the end of the show, then I think that, yep, that's it. That's all she wrote. So I think this has got me in the mood to play. So I think I'm going to have a video done for Monster Hunter and have that do that. So yeah. Hit like and subscribe and you'll see when it comes out if you ring that bell for notifications. In fact, I think I need to make a video complaining about the title updates, because holy crap, every single one I was disappointed every single time thanks to Espinus. Espinus gets added. I lose my damn mind. Because all my buddies, they're like, what is this? It's It's like, ooh, it's a new monster. And I'm like, it's a monster from Frontier! You know, like, what? It's like, what is that? I'm like, it's a Spinus! It's like, always had to have that as, like, marked as a spoiler. Or when it's like, oh, it's a... They go, oh, a Matsu. And I just go, it's a Matsuma Katsuchi! You can't beat me with that. But yeah, it's... I just feel like every single time they make a new update, they just disappoint me over and over, because one monster that's just curio blighted, and that's it. And it's like, okay, so you took this monster, and so instead of giving us deviants or variants for Malzeno early on, Garangolm, or Lunagaron, the three that were introduced for this game, in the trailers, I might add, since the conception of the game, of the DLC, nothing. Nothing at all. We didn't even get Zamtrios, we didn't get Agnactor, even though they were both in, find Uroctors and Zamites in the base game of Rise, but we didn't get none of that either. So I'm sitting here going, what the hell, guys? You literally just added a tiny few splotches of paint, of orangey red paint, on some Elder Dragons, and gave them jacked them up on steroids. That's all you did. That's not really a new monster, and you made like 1 to 2 monsters an update. That's it. With like one being the main selling point, being Velkhana, Amatsu, or something else. And then a risen Elder Dragon. And it's like, is that it? Is that it? 6 times in a row, you've done that to me. And I just hate it. I hate y'all for it. I really do. You've disappointed me every single time. It's like, this is not good design for DLC or updates. It's like, that's it. It's just one monster. You brought back the Gold and Silver Rathian, Gold Rathalos, Silver Rathalos, and Gold Rathian, which I'm okay with. Still annoying, but I'm okay with it. Lucent Nargacuga. Everybody was excited about that, and I was too, because I never got to fight that in, I think it was 3, because I played 4 generations and then this. Skipped World, and don't care. And then you brought back Valstrax, which I was so happy about, because he was one of my favorite, and still is one of my favorite Elder Dragons. But, and you gave him a variant, which was cool. But you brought back Velkhana, which I'm like, oh, okay, I'm okay with this. But nothing else. It's like, that's just it. It's like, come on. Like, and you brought back Ceregios, which was cool too. That was awesome. And you brought back Gormagala, Chaotic Gormagala, and Shagaru Magala. All 3 of them. Which I'm like, yes, thank you. But we could have had, like... And then you made Violet Mizutsune, which was actually really cool, because for years, since Generations, before Generations Ultimate and their Deviants came out, I wanted to see, like, a Mizutsune with, crap, what is it? Dagnabbit. Like Brachydios slime, where it used, like, Blast Blight. Like, it rolled around and could produce Brachydios slime, or its own version of it. To where it's got both the bubbles and the blast slime, so you can't roll as easily when you're afflicted by it. I think that would have been cool, but you gave us Violet Mizutsune, and dang, that sucker was hard. First time I fought it. Has the frickin' Spirit Bomb, which is cool, and pretty funny, but that's it. It's just, that's it. That's all you gave us. No Brute Tigrex or Molten Tigrex. You could have brought back Monoceros to go with Diablos. You could have done that. Could have brought back Stygian Zenogre. I would have been happy. You could have brought in Valiyang, the origin species of freaking Rajang, and it's like, yeah, this is a throwback to Frontier, and y'all could have done this, but y'all didn't. And now it's like, oh, you're gonna have this on your phone by Niantic. And it's like, okay, so you're going to have another Monster Hunter phone game that's going to suck balls and probably not do good outside of Japan or even come out of Japan? Yeah. Yeah, don't... You want some research? Go look up Monster Hunter Explore. You had monsters that had Earth attribute, like Nefugaromudo and Marudomunto. Those two were cool, especially Marudomunto. That thing was like Gormagala from hell. Like from the abyss. That was a cool monster. And the armor, oh my god, the armor looked so awesome. Like Mordekaiser in Monster Hunter. It was so cool. And the wings, oh, it's like he's got mouths and teeth in his wing arms. He could literally grab you and then rip you in half with those things. It is awesome. It's cool. It's edgy. It's like Arthas and Mordekaiser had a kid and then hooked up with Shyvana and they had a kid. It's crazy, but it's cool. Like, seriously, look them up. But so many other dragons and monsters from the Frontier franchise that you just borderline... You shut down the game servers a few years ago, which pissed off a lot of people because, again, we did not have access to it here in America. You had to do some third-party shit for that. But still, you brought one monster and then you brought a variant of it. And that was it. You just like... just chuck it to the wayside, throw it in the bin, that's it. Nothing else, and that's why that's going to be the topic of my video. Like a freaking, I'm going to do an actual review video. Never thought I'd do that, but I feel like now I'm going to have to. Because of wasted potential, your huge mistakes, and personal issues that I have with your thinking process. Now the whole thing with the Lance, or Lance or Gun Lance, the whole buffs or nerfs, whatever that was, like, that didn't really affect me because, spoilers, I'm a dual blade main in this, because depends on the game. My main will change depending on the game, but I use dual blades in this. I never touched a long sword or anything else. Plus the levy move is super fun when you get it to go off. But, excuse me while I eat a Jaffa cake. The issue I have is that we had so much potential. You gave a variant to Somnicant, a sleeping version which kind of fits the Siren theme a little bit, and the monsters were based off yokai. Where is the Suichigumo? Or Yoroichigumo, whatever it is. Or the Kasha. Or the Gashadokuro. You made Bishaten, which is literally the Tengu, and then you gave a variant of it where it has exploding pine cones. So, I don't know. Pissed off Canadian version, who knows. But that's it. And you had Gos Harag. And Gos Harag was cool. No pun intended. Being an ice user, he was cool. With the ice blades and the demonic, the yokai-like face. He was awesome. He was cool to look at. But he didn't get one. He didn't get a deviant, I'm pretty sure. I'm glad you didn't put Kirin in this game, which is a first. It's like the first game Kirin's not in, and that thing pisses off a lot of new players. Just because it's stupid thunder armor. But you didn't put in Lagiacrus either, and that pissed off a lot of people. Which, honestly, I'm kind of like, meh, whatever. I'm more pissed about Zamtrios and the Agnactor, because you had the skeletons in the game already as smaller forms. You could just scale them up and chuck them in. It's not hard. And don't say that the system can't run it. It's like, if you can run the Uroctors, you can run Agnactor. Don't give me that crap. Alright? Anything else other than that is just bullshit and a lie. But, I mean, Garangolm using water and blast, I don't know how much of a variant you could do. Like, maybe you could do poison, where he's growing, like, more different types of wildlife or something. Or highly volatile explosive rocks. Or something, I don't know. But Lunagaron, you had Ceregios. And that thing flicks its scales everywhere, sheds literal pinecone neck looking motherfucker. He's cool, he's edgy, I still don't know what the heck is his deal against Rathian and Rathalos. I don't know what the deal is. Somebody explain that to me, please. Anybody. He's just like the third wheel, the bratty little brother when the two parents are on a date, or and the two dude and his girlfriend are on a date, and then one of their younger siblings comes flying in going, "Hey!" Just interjects. It's like he's cucking somebody. But here's my problem. We could have had Lunagaron using bleed, like having Ceregios scales in its ice. Like the claws inflicting bleed damage, because only Ceregios and Shogun Cianator had it. I'm glad that they came back. Not really much about the Cianator, because I don't really give a crap. But they missed another opportunity. And you brought back Astalos too, as well as Mizitsune, because you had Glavenus in World, and that got another form, a variant. Rustblade, I think it was, but you ditched Gammoth. Where is Gammoth? You left that big girl out in the cold. Now, albeit she may be having the time of her life out there in the cold, but we're pissed. Some of us are ticked off. You can't do that to the Fated Four need to stay as a four-man team here, like a hunting group, like a hunting party. It's a four-man work team. It's a four-man team here, people. Come on. I don't know. I'm going off on a bunch of random tangents. Here, I'm venting my frustrations. I'll probably do this all again in a future video, but personally, I'll do that in my own downtime. Once I get a bunch of other works started, and I got, like, spoilers, but 2.5 hours from now I gotta start on a new project. So, yeah. I'll catch you all in the next one. Maybe I'll do a Monster Hunter video in the future. Who knows? Hit like and subscribe and you'll see. But until then,